Guys, every once in a while, I get a letter, comment, or an email that is absolutely worthy of making an entire video. Today, I've got one of those emails. This time on K6UDA Radio. As of late, I have been getting a lot of questions, both in email and in the comments from guys who have just gotten a license, have just taken a test, are studying for the test while they're in Coronaville. I get a lot of good questions, but every once in a while, I get a question that is worthy of making its own video. Let's get into today's question. But first, I want to ask you guys, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification right next to it. Check out my Patreon and my PayPal. Consider supporting the channel. And right now, hit the thumbs up button. Guys, this question comes from the Gadget Techie. His name is Greg, and he doesn't have a call sign yet. It starts out, Bob, firstly, recent COVID era fan of your YouTube videos. After too many years, took the leap and study for my licenses. Well, got them the past week, technician and general. Good work, my friend. And I'm just waiting for a call sign. My question for you, after watching some of your prepper videos, I have a Baofeng 8-watt UV5R. I know it's not a favorite of yours, but something I could tinker with, and want to get something greater than 8 watts. I like the ICOM stuff, but not looking to dump $1,500 plus into a radio, power supply, antenna, coming in fresh. Your used gear video was insightful, but still lots of stuff around 1,000. And the quagmire of Craigslist in LA, or the black hole of eBay, I'll be 70 by the time I can find anything I can afford. So do you have any suggestion for best bang for the buck? Or should I just get a UHF VHF handy talkie? But there's another dilemma. D-Star and DFM, I'm kind of thinking maybe you either mean DMR or C4FM. Watch your interview with Ray of ICOM. Very insightful. You have a strong opinion for D-Star. Being in the LA basin, seems there's plenty of repeaters to hit. But I also want to do some digital DXing. Any thoughts, recommendations would be appreciated. Or just tell me, go take a hike. I'm not a millennial, so my feelings won't be hurt. 73, Greg, call sign to be determined. Greg, thank you, my friend. Great questions here. You're not the only one who's asking questions like this. There are lots of new guys that are asking these questions. So I'm going to take some time today and I'm going to try to answer your question and hopefully some of your questions too. Okay, first of all, going back to my old video about buying used gear, all of those principles absolutely are still in effect today. If you want to find out what you want, what you're looking for, or the era that you're looking for, first of all, start on QRZ or EHAM. Take a look for some reviews. Find out how many stars different radios have and ask around. As for Craigslist, yes, Craigslist can be an absolute quagmire of junk, overpriced stuff, scammers trying to do all kinds of things. When you're dealing on Craigslist, look at the ad and read the ad. A real ham is going to have a lot of details in those ads about the radio. They're going to know that radio. If the radio is a local radio, meaning it's right there in the LA basin where you are or wherever in the country, and it's within, half a day's driving distance, sometimes it's worth it to go check it out. What I generally do is I widen my search and I use a tool called Search Tempest, and that will bring up Craigslist in a whole bunch of different states. Remember, we're dealing with a very, very small kind of population, and you're not going to have a ton of radios in every single location. So if you're in a smaller town, Craigslist might not be really good locally as far as buying ham gear, but using a tool like Search Tempest will open up Craigslist to the entire nation if you want it. Another one that I use a lot is Facebook Marketplace. Believe it or not, those free ads on Facebook Marketplace can be a great place to start looking. You can go on to forums about whatever radio you're interested in, whether it's a Baofeng or you want to get something specific like an Elecraft KX3. There's groups for almost everything in ham radio, and within those groups you're going to find people who have equipment that want to get rid of it, and you're probably going to find people who are looking for that kind of equipment. There's always QRZ. Now QRZ is kind of funny. A lot of the hams there, they want to buy everything at bargain basement prices, and when it comes time to sell things, they think it's worth brand new retail. Even if the radio is 20 years old, they think it's still worth what they paid for it. Something that a lot of guys overlook is something that you should absolutely look at is local ham radio clubs. Join a ham radio club if there's one, anywhere near you. Get affiliated with these guys. Ask questions. You're a new ham, and there are plenty of guys out there that are absolutely willing to help you. And if you start asking around at club meetings, whether they're online or even nets online, if you check into a net on your $30 Baofeng, you ask, does anybody know anywhere where I can pick up a good used HF rig or a good used mobile for cheap? I don't have a lot of money. You will find an amazing thing. Guys will open up their shacks to you. I know locally here where I live, the ham community is very, very strong, and guys will pass, new guys especially, they'll pass along great deals, sometimes even free deals on gear just to get guys more involved in the sport. Baofeng cheap, Baofeng plentiful. Therefore, Baofeng good. Now, by good, do we mean they're good because they're cheap and plentiful? Or do we mean they're good because it's an actually good piece of kit? So now what's good about the Baofeng as a prepper is the fact that you can afford to buy several of these things and you can hand them out to your prepper group, whether that's your family or an extended family. These are the people that you are going to trust your life with, and they are going to trust their lives with you. These things are great for, dire emergency comms. They're great for very routine stuff around a campground or around a homestead. I'm not advocating talking without a license, but when all the rules come down around you and there's no rules left, you could pass these out and absolutely everybody in the group can have a radio on their belt. If one of these things happens to fall off your chest rig into a creek or off a cliff, you're only gonna feel $35 bad. On the downside, Baofeng UV5Rs are notoriously hard to program on the fly. Unless you're practiced at it, and unless you do it all the time, or you're very, very knowledgeable about how radios work and program, these things are confusing at best. The menu systems are absolutely cryptic. The displays are very simplistic. It does not give you a lot of information. And unless you're proficient with this, i.e., this is a perishable skill in and of itself, and if you don't use it all the time and play with it and program it and reprogram it, you won't know how to do it when all the marbles are on you and you are caught in that SHFT situation and your life depends upon it. To illustrate that fact, I'll use these two guns. This $75 little wonder here is a firearm. This is a 25 auto. It shoots a center fire round. It has a detachable magazine. And this one is my current duty weapon. It's my Springfield TRP. Both are firearms. Both are semi-auto. Both of these are pistols. Both have detachable magazines. Both fire center fire cartridges. But which one of these are you going to trust your life to when shit hits the fan? Your next question, Greg, should you buy a mobile or an HF rig? Highly subjective. If it was me, I would be shooting for both. Let me tell you why. Having a mobile UHF VHF rig, a dual band rig, is a lot like having the Baofeng. The Baofeng is good, but it's only 5 watts. A more expensive handheld is better with more features, but it's still usually only 5 watts, maybe 8 at the outside. A mobile, an average everyday mobile, is going to be a 50 watt radio, which means you've got 3 dB gain. You're getting out a whole lot farther on any mobile. You can run them in the car or at home. You put an external antenna on the roof, and on 5 watts, you will triple the amount of distance that you can get out over this. Now, for my prepper friends out there, a mobile base can be used during a SHFT event for monitoring a small element of guys from your group and making sure that they're okay and checking them for logistics and operational security. That mobile radio can also be used to listen for other activity in the immediate area. That way, if somebody is transmitting and it's not one of your group, you'll be able to maybe pick up what they're saying and listen in, giving you intel, and intel is a good thing. That mobile radio is also going to work much better than the handheld for making contacts with other groups, say trading partners, other families. Also very good at monitoring for local real news and more intel. On the other hand, an HF radio gives you global communication ability. With the right antenna, you can send and receive virtually anywhere on the face of the planet. In good times, this is a lot of fun. When shit hits the fan, this can be a matter of survival. Having an HF rig means you can communicate with possibly friends and family, maybe up north, maybe out east, into another state or another region. And if you can do that, you can make an intelligent decision whether it's safer to stay where you're at, hunker down, or to pack up your bug out bag and beat feet. Lately in the news, it started out as toilet paper shortages, and then the store shelves kind of got cleared out a little bit. Now we're hitting a period where farmers are literally killing cattle, pigs, chickens because the market is so weak that their profits are down. It's a sad thing. But what that is doing is right now is causing a food shortage. And if you don't think that that food shortage is going to affect you in the next month, 2, 3, 4 months, you're still asleep. Trading is going to become very commonplace. And when shit hits the fan, people who are prepared to trade and barter. Having the right communication set can help you in that trade or barter. En route there and back, it can help keep you safe with your own team. So sometimes having different radios for different skill sets are a huge, huge bonus. Would it be beneficial to you to know if the people to the north of you or the south of you are experiencing the same food shortages that you are? Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped answer maybe a couple of questions that some of you might have had. And I know because one of you had the question, more of you probably were asking the same question. Be sure and give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification right next to it. Check out my Patreon, my PayPal, and there's an email address for the email questions in the group. Guys, that's all I've got today. I'm Bob, K6UDA, and I'm out of here. 7-3.